Welcome to the channel. I'm Tony the Technician, and today we're going to be going back into the Amazon website and checking out some of the tool deals that I've found for this week. All of the items that we go over today will be linked down in the description for you guys with their own independent link for each item. And then I'll have two additional links called Tools and Tools Continued. Those are going to be links that take you to a long list of tools that I suggest. So all of that's there for you guys if you guys are interested. So first up, we are looking at the Dewalt nut driver set, the double-ended two-piece set. And they do have different variations of this. This one is priced very well, $7 down from a list price of $11.30, so a little bit of savings there. It's rated quite highly at 4.6 stars with 334 ratings, so a decent amount of ratings. And I have basically the exact same as this, but the larger set from Milwaukee, and these things are fantastic. They're magnetic, they flip, so you get 4 different sockets with just 2 attachments. And then it's nice that you can actually remove the socket and clean off the magnet for any metal material that sticks to it. When you have ones where you can't remove the socket end from the magnet, then that metal material kind of tends to build up, where being able to remove the socket makes it extremely easy to clean. And the Milwaukee set's been great. But it runs a little bit more than that. I think it's around 20 or 25. I can't remember for sure, but it's a little bit larger set. I think that's a 4-piece set, but still for $7, I think this is a good set. It includes 1/4 inch, 5/16, 7/16, and 3/8. And one socket, as you can see, is going to be 3/8 and 7/16. The other one, 1/4 inch and 5/16. You can kind of see how it operates. Socket's close up attached to the adapter. Here it is removed. Overall, a very simple design, but a very, very handy tool. Now, granted, this is just SAE, so this is going to be more geared towards, those in construction, HVAC, electrical, things like that, where you still quite commonly find SAE fasteners. But even in like small engine repair, these can still be great. And sometimes you can come across metric ones as well. I'm not sure if Dewalt specifically has metric ones, but we've all seen the Klein ones. The Milwaukee ones do include metric, so if you're looking for metric, that's another good route to go. Here's the Milwaukee set, quite a bit more expensive. You do get 2 more or 4 more sockets, but it does include metric, and these things are fantastic. But like I stated, the Dewalt set for the $7 I think is a fantastic price. Here we're looking at a Vera double open-end wrench set. This is the Joker wrenches. Now, I don't know how I personally feel about the open ends and their kind of semi 12-point design, but I know a lot of people who do like the wrenches, and this seems to be priced very well. I'm not sure if I've ever actually came across this set or not. I may have, but at the price that it was at before, I may not have just even bothered looking at it. But I think for $46, basically down from a list price of $68, it's a pretty decent price if you're one that enjoys this style of wrench. This has 4.8 stars at 78 ratings. It does have a little holder to keep them organized, and so you can travel with them and all of that. But as you can see here, this isn't your standard, open-end wrench. It does have the teeth there, which is supposed to help you, get on fasteners at multiple different angles. So if you're okay with that, I think it's a good selection. Even though they're 4 wrenches, you get 8 different sizes. So you get 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So definitely covers a wide range that I would use and a lot of people would use. Nothing too large in this set, but there you can see it there. The ones included. Here's the wrench organizer. There you can kind of see how it fits on fasteners multiple different ways, which can be handy because sometimes when you're using an open-end wrench, that's all you can get on a fastener. You can't necessarily get a box end on a fastener sometimes. And being able to get on it at multiple different angles instead of just 2, because even though the open end is at an angle, sometimes it puts the other end of the wrench at an awkward angle, and this may allow you to really get on those fasteners in those situations. So I think it's a good set. I think it's priced fairly well, especially for Vera. Some of their wrench and socket sets do get quite expensive. So I think for a Vera product, if you're okay with this wrench design, I think it's a good deal. Next up is a product from Astro. This is their 12-piece 1/4 inch drive universal joint socket set. These are 6-point, and I've owned these for close to 6 years, I believe, maybe more. and they've been fantastic. I have 3/8 drive from Gear Wrench, and then I have my 1/4 drive from Astro Pneumatic, and I like the organizer. I kept it on this organizer for many years, 3-4 years, and it did well, but just to save a little bit of space when I was redesigning or reorganizing my box, I did end up swapping these onto a rail just to save a little bit of space. But if you can afford the space, it is a nice organizer. Little EVA foam. There you can see how it's packaged. And you can also get these in 3/8 as well. This is at $39.30, down from a list price of $57.65. Has 4.8 stars with 2,089 ratings. And these are 1/4 drive. I haven't broken one. I haven't had an issue with one. They're not extremely tight, but they're not, floppy. They've done a very good job, and are definitely one of the better ones for the price for sure. And then here you can see their 3/8 set for $50. They do have a smaller SAE set in 1/4 for $28. And back in the day, like, there weren't very many brands that sold these, and a lot of the times they were very expensive when you did find them. Now you can get them shallow, mid-length, deep well, just depending on what brand you're looking at. Here's an Aries set for $52. This is a 3/8 drive set. The Aries, I don't even know what this brand is. Duratec, a lot of brands have them, but I've had very good experiences with the Astro Pneumatic set. I like the organizer. I like the quality of the sockets. They've held up very well. The fit and finish is good on them as well. So if you guys have used these, please let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments. Next up is a product I don't talk about a whole lot. I don't talk about a whole lot of Milwaukee hand tools because I think 90% of their hand tools are overpriced. I think when they are on sale, you can get some really good deals, but a lot of the times I just feel like a good majority of their stuff is overpriced for what it is. The Milwaukee hand tools I have used, they've been good quality and they've held up very well, but when I compare them to other brands of equal quality, they're just priced higher. So anytime I do find a Milwaukee product on sale, I like to mention it just because, for the most part, or from my experiences with Milwaukee hand tools, they've been good quality. I do know they have a few items that a lot of people don't care for, but this one seems to be rated very highly, and it does have a decent amount of ratings. It has 4.8 stars with 367 ratings, and they do have a flex head version of these as well as just a standard combination. And from what I've seen in the past, I may be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments, but I know a lot of the times the non-ratcheting set sells for about this price, about the $120 price range. Sometimes you'll catch it on sale for about $100, but when I look these up on Google, just the ratcheting set like this, not the flex head, but this, is being sold anywhere from about $160s to $230 just for the one set. And then sometimes you can get the two sets, metric and SAE, together for anywhere from $300 and something to $400 and something, which is just too much. Now I think $136 is very fair for this set. When comparing this size of set with the quality that you're getting, it's a good price. But there are some things that I like and dislike about this set. I do like the organizers. I know a lot of people that really like the organizers that they come on. It does have a slightly different design. Milwaukee kind of always does their own little thing, like with their square sockets, and then like these wrenches, they're a little bit more flat and wide than your standard wrenches, so it may take a little getting used to when holding these wrenches, but I do like the design. They look very sleek. The chrome jobs from when I've seen them have been spot on, and not a whole lot of bad about this. They've always felt smooth anytime I've tried them out. The only thing I do not like about these, and I have a couple sets like this, is that I would not use these as a daily wrench set if you use open ends a fair amount. That's a horrible picture. But the open end has very aggressive teeth and multiple teeth as well. It's very hard to see in any of these pictures, but you do have, I don't know, roughly 5 teeth on the top and bottom jaw, which isn't bad if you're working on older stuff. You may be replacing the fastener, or it's not really something you're worried about. But when you're working on something with fasteners that are going to be seen, maybe a show car, or softer fasteners, or basically these wrenches are more prone to damaging fasteners or digging in and leaving marks on fasteners when using the open end. But that's really its only drawback. It does have a 144 position ratcheting mechanism. Not a whole lot of information. It basically just states that, just 144 ratcheting positions. Obviously you can find more information online, just not very much is provided here. But here you can see the combination ones, non-ratcheting for 110, the SAE set for 170, which is more commonly what you see it at. So I think this $140, roughly $140, $137 price on this metric set is a good price. It does range from 8 to 22 millimeter, and it doesn't skip a size, so it is a little bit larger than your standard wrench set that you may buy that normally goes from 8 to 19. So it is nice that they included a couple extras, and I think it's a very good complete set. Just the only thing to keep in mind really is the fact that it does have a very aggressive open end. That is it as far as this week's Amazon tool deals. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, all of these items will be linked down in the description for you guys, as well as those other 2 links to the long list of tools that I've suggested or went over in the past. Other than that, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.